Hi, so today I want to make a very short video to show you maybe one of my favorite features or functionality that I've discovered in the past month. And that functionality is the Convert tab on Binance, which allows you to put a limit order, not simply do an instantaneous swap. Now, maybe the first question to address is why would you want to do a swap instead of trading? Essentially because the swap for crypto to crypto trade is a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot more convenient, right? Let me give you an example. Let's say you wanted to sell Chainlink to buy Pith. In the normal course of business, you would essentially have to sell Chainlink into USDT and then use that USDT to buy that Pith. But of course, there's like a lag time for that trade to happen. And of course, there's fee on both sides because you swap one asset for another and then that other asset for the final one that you wanted to cycle into. And so with the swap, you can just go from Chainlink to Pith in one go, right? But then for the longest time and on most other exchanges, that swap has to be done there. So you have to click it and it just happens there and then. With the limit functionality, you can actually choose that price point, that level at which you would want that swap to occur. And that's great because then you might have a lot of assets sitting idle that you know you want to convert to another if it hits a certain level, but you don't want to be monitoring the charts or inputting the trade yourself, at that very moment. So you can kind of let them there, leave them, and prepare them. I'll give you an example. If you look at the chart right here, it's ETH versus BTC, right? So Ethereum denominated in BTC. And so if you were trading that pair, you'd be swapping one asset for the other. Now here you can see that ETH is getting very close to, it's not an all-time low at all, but it is almost like the lowest point in the past 3 years plus, I think, right? And so again, if you wanted to trade that pair, there's no investment advice here. You would think that this level is probably an attractive one, right? Now, the irony is you on most exchanges, you do have pairs with normal order books and charts for ETH BTC, but I'll just use that example because it's relevant. There was the ETH spot ETF launch just 2 days ago. And so you can actually see a lot of selling pressure from just macro markets being down, but also the Grayscale ETH fund getting exited out of and into cheaper products. So you have a lot of sell pressure and you think maybe this is an opportunity. What you would then do is go to Binance and you would go to the trade tab and then scroll to convert and block trade. Once you've clicked on it, instead of staying here on the market order page, you would go into the limit order page. And here you would choose the asset that you want to sell, in this case, Bitcoin, and the one you want to buy, ETH. Again, normally there's a normal order book for this, so you don't have to go to this tab for this particular pair. But if you wanted to do some funkier one like Polkadot Near or Pith Chainlink or Ton, Solana, whatever it is, you could do it here. And so here you can see that the rate is 0.0487. I would like a more advantageous rate. So I'll say I'll only do that trade if it hits that Ethereum is worth 0.0475 Bitcoin, and then I'll convert. So I'll click on whatever balance I want to swap. Here it's 0.17 Bitcoin, so about 10K. And it shows me how much ETH I would get at that rate if the trade gets executed. You can also even see the chart here if you didn't have TradingView. You place the order, it shows the detail, time in force 30-day, ETH for that many at that rate of BTC out of your spot and funding wallet. I only have a spot wallet, but it could be funding. And then the transaction fees. It says no fee, but make no mistake, they're making their money somewhere. And in this case, it's on the spread, right? So you might not get the absolute most efficient pricing, but for this, you get the convenience and the efficiency of an instantaneous trade, right? Okay, your limit order is placed and you're done. That's about it. That's the point of the video, but I really invite you to check this if you like to do crypto to crypto trades like I do. And so, for example, one of the past one I did, actually, that's not true because Ton is not on Binance, so that's not the one. The one I mentioned, Chainlink Pith, for example, which I held for a terrible amount of time and made me very anxious. A lot of unlocks on Pith, but there you can see it playing out here. So voila, something to check out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to go in the comment section and ask it. I'm very responsive, and of course, a like and a subscribe always helps.